Hi, I'm Queenie. Thank you so much for making time to practice with me today. We'll be going through another round of strong, slow flow where we will concisely move through a series of transitions and slightly more difficult poses today. And all you'll need is your mat. If you have any props at home, you're welcome to have them handy. We'll start by finding a comfortable seated position. You can sit on your shins or cross-legged, have your shoulders stacked over the hips, and close your eyes. Breathing in and out through the nose. And as you focus on your breath, setting aside any distractions, events from your week, perhaps things that might be weighing heavy on the mind. Establishing a steady rhythm as we will still be moving with our breath. So staying focused on your inhales and your exhales, we will begin our practice with the sound of Om. Feel free to join me. Connect your palms in Anjali Mudra, prayer in front of your chest. Take a deep breath in. Om. Bowing your head. Blink your eyes open, release your palms, placing your hands forward into a tabletop on your mat. Tuck your toes and lift your knees into your downward facing dog. You might need to separate the hands and feet a little bit more. You'll always kind of find that distance if you come to plank first and then move to your down dog. Distance between hands and feet should stay the same. So initially we'll start off with a few rounds of sun salutation, A and B, to warm up the body, and this will be taking it kind of more of a regular speed with the breath. So when you're ready, you're going to inhale, come to plank pose, and we'll exhale, lower all the way down onto the belly. This first round, untuck the toes, inhale, lift to cobra. You can keep your elbows slightly bent, exhale, lower all the way down, and again, breathe in, draw your shoulders back, press your legs down, lift your heart open, exhale, coming back onto the mat. One more time, deep breath. As you lift the chest, exhale, releasing, tuck your toes, use the help of the knees if you need, push back to your plank or tabletop, and then moving back to your downward facing dog. Let your head relax, there's no strain in the neck. When you inhale next, we're going to come forward to plank pose again, exhale to chaturanga. Move into an up dog or cobra when you breathe in, and exhale, come to your downward facing dog. Okay, remember, you're setting your pace with your breath, so you don't necessarily have to follow my count. Now, the next time you breathe in, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop lightly to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, arch your back, and exhale, fold. Push into your feet, lift all the way up, breathe in, stretch. And when you exhale, fold forward, hinging from the hips again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place your hands down, step or hop your legs back. From plank, find chaturanga on your exhale. Breathe into an up dog or cobra. And exhale, finding your downward facing dog again. Letting your chest gently melt towards your shins or your toes. Keep your sit bones lifting high and trying to ground your heels downwards. Good. On your next inhale, start to look forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop. Come lightly to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. And breathe out, fold. Lift all the way up, inhale, stretch. And exhale, fold again. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, place your hands, step or hop your legs back. Chaturanga, up dog or cobra. And then exhale, back to down dog again. Breathe, no tension in the neck. Keep separating your shoulder blades. Good. Grounding into the pads of your fingers and your knuckles. When you inhale, next look forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop. Come to the top of your mat again. Halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out, fold. Lift all the way up. Inhale, stretch. And when you exhale, release your arms by your side. Good. Legs are together. Come into a chair pose, Utkatasana. Breathe in. Sweep your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, place your hands down, step or hop back, and again, chaturanga. Move into your up dog, breathe in. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot forward, bring it between your hands. We're just going to come into a high lunge, front knee bends, arms reach up as you breathe in. Exhale, place your hands down, step your right leg back, from plank, find chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Then breathe in, sweep your left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, bend your left knee. You can keep the back heel lifted. High lunge. Exhale, place your hands down. Step your left foot back. Plank to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to take a few breaths here. Sit bones lifting high. And again, letting your head hang. Separate the shoulder blades a little bit more and really ground into your fingers. Beautiful. When you inhale, next look forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop. Coming to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Breathe in. And breathe out. Fold. Legs are together. Bend your knees. Come into your chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, stand in your mountain pose, Tadasana. So keeping the legs together. Again, we're going to bend the knees. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, place your hands down. Step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend, could be cobra. Exhale, lift your hips up. Down dog. You're going to breathe in, sweep your right leg up. Exhale, step the right foot forward again. So the same thing, bend the right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, place your hands down. Listen carefully. You're going to send the right leg back. And we're going to try to keep the right leg lifted. If you need, you can lower your left knee down for your chaturanga. You're going to stay on your left toes. Bend your right knee. Squeeze your heel towards your bum. Inhale, lift to an up dog. Now when you exhale, come back to down dog. Release your right foot down. Shake out the legs. Good. Inhale, left leg lift up. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Breathe in, sweep your arms up into a high lunge. Breathe out, place your hands down. Left leg's going to step back. Keep it lifted. Lower the right knee if you need. Chaturanga. Stay on the right toes. Bend the left knee. Inhale, lift to your up dog. Keep the left thigh lifted if you can. Exhale, come back to down dog. And we'll release the left foot onto the mat. Good. And breathe in your down dog. Sit bones lift up. Heels try to ground down. Melting your chest towards your shins. And separate your shoulder blades. When you inhale, next look forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk, step, or hop. Come to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out, fold. Legs are together. Bend your knees. Inhale, come to chair. And exhale, stand tall. Release your arms by your side. All right. So legs are together. Again, bend your knees. Come to chair pose. Inhale. This time as you exhale, squeeze your legs together. Lift your heels up. So you're balancing on the toes. As you breathe in next, slowly sit downwards. Not all the way where you're resting on your calves or your heels. Stay slightly lifted. Squeeze your legs together. And then start to push your palms forward. Have your fingertips point up towards the ceiling. Squeezing the legs. Round your spine. Hollow out the front belly. Maybe bring your face towards your knees. But again, not resting all your weight down. Keep your bum slightly lifted. Take one more inhale. Exhale, hands down. Lift your bum up. Press your heels down. Fold forward. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, place your hands on the mat. Step or hop your legs back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Deep breath. Exhale, lift your hips up. Moving from your core. Find your downward facing dog again. Now breathe in. Sweep your right leg up. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Bend your right knee. Inhale, come into a high lunge. Good. Pause here. Keep squaring the hips, arms reaching up. When you exhale, bring your hands to the hips. Squeezing your elbows to point back. Puff your chest up. Breathe in. And when you exhale, begin to lean forward 45 degrees. Bring more and more weight into your right leg. Start to lean forward. Come into warrior 3. Floating your left leg back. Keeping a slight bend in your right knee. So try to have these transitions nice and slow, moving smoothly. Square your hips and your shoulders so that they are facing the floor, facing your mat. Beautiful. Take an inhale. Now when you exhale, I want you to slowly bend both your knees and start to try to bring your left knee without the foot tapping onto the mat. So your left foot does not touch the floor if possible. Your left knee taps down. Press into your right foot. Nice and slow. Can you float back up into warrior 3? So feeling that work in your right leg. Beautiful. Take another inhale. When you exhale, place your hands down lightly onto the mat. Nothing fancy needs to happen, but I want you to just try to hop your right foot. Maybe one hop, maybe little hops to the back of your mat. And come to plank with your left leg lifted. Breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga. Bend your left knee, stay on your right toes. Inhale to an up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg is in the air. We're going to step the left foot forward, right between the hands. Inhale, come to high lunge. Good. Pause here. Square your hips. Find your breath. Back leg strong, even though it might feel like there's more weight in the front leg. Bring your hands to the hips. Elbows try to squeeze back. Exhale, begin to lean forward. Just like the right side, I want you to bring more weight to your left leg. Slowly drag your right leg forward and lift it up into warrior three. Notice if you're dipping too low or lifted too high. Try to be parallel to the floor. Good. Slowly here, bend both your knees. Breathe in or out. Try to have your right knee without the right foot touching the mat. Just a gentle tap. Press into your left foot. Push yourself back up slow so you're not moving in jerky movements and you're trying to keep these movements slow and steady. We're going to bring the hands down to the mat. We're going to try to hop the left foot. Multiple or one hop to the back of the mat. Come to plank with the right leg lifted. Chaturanga. Good. Bend the right knee. Inhale. Up dog. Exhale. Back to down dog. Right leg is in the air. We're going to step the right foot forward. Bring it between the hands. Come back to lunge. Inhale. Arms reach up. Exhale this time. Bring the hands behind you. You can hold opposite elbows or interlace the hands. Good. Keep pushing your left heel back. Lift the chest. Good. Try not to move too quickly. You're going to lean forward, bringing more and more weight to your right foot. We've done this transition already, floating into warrior three again. So try not to let your hands rest on your bum. Float it away. Good. Breathe. Super slow. You can release the hands if you need. I want you to stand all the way up. Lift your left knee with you. Good. You can release the hands. Bring your legs into eagle. So bending the right knee as you cross your left leg all the way over. Instead of hooking the foot, just squeeze your left foot next to your right ankle. Arms are going to reach up. Breathe in. When you exhale, bring your right arm under the left. You can hold shoulders, or you can bring your arms into eagle. Good. Breathe here. When you exhale, round your spine. Try to bring elbows and the knees to touch, squeezing your left foot next to your right ankle. Beautiful. Take another inhale. Really long breath out. Can you stay low? Unwind the arms. Keep your right knee bent. Unwind the left leg. Bring your hands down. Lift your left leg up. Good. Push the floor away with the hands. It's okay if you have your right knee bent. Legs doesn't have to be straight. From here again, one hop or little hops. You bring the right foot all the way back. Inhale to plank pose. Don't rush. Exhale, chaturanga. Bend your left knee. Inhale. Lift your chest. Exhale. Come to your down dog. Left leg is in the air. When you exhale next, step your left foot forward. Bring it between your hands. Inhale. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, bring the hands behind you, interlace your hands or hold opposite elbows or forearms. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your chest up. Good. Powerful legs here, and your core remains strong as well. When you exhale, lean forward. Smooth and slow transition. Bring all weight to your left foot. Float your right leg. Try not to rest your hands on your bum if you have them interlaced. You got it. From here, as you breathe in nice and slow, can you stand up, lifting your right knee with you? You can release the hands, find eagle, bend your left knee, cross your right leg completely over, squeeze your right ankle towards your left ankle, arms reach up, then bring your left arm under the right, hold shoulders, bring your arms into eagle arms, breathe in. When you exhale, you can slowly round your back. Keep that left knee bent. Elbows begin to touch the knees or come close to it. Try not to straighten that left leg, but bend the left knee a little more. Squeeze your right ankle, right foot closer to your left leg. Beautiful. Stay low here. Unwind the arms. Unwind your right leg. Bring it behind you. Bring your hands down. Remember, your left knee can remain bent. Good. Push the floor away. Hop that left foot all the way back. Come to plank pose. Breathe in. Right leg stays lifted if you can. Chaturanga. Bend the right knee, inhale, up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Right leg is still in the air. We're going to step the right foot forward again between the hands. When you're ready, inhale, arms reach up. I want you to connect the palms overhead. Bend your elbows. Thumbs touching the back of your neck, elbows pointing up, and your head can push back into the forearms. Allow your hips to melt. Breathe. Good. And then from here, lean forward. Keep the arms if you can. Warrior three. Ground into your right foot. Pick up your left leg. Breathe. Do not hold your breath. Release the arms first. Stand all the way up. Lift your left knee again. Flex your left ankle. This time, bring your left ankle in front of your right thigh. Arms reach up. Breathe in. When you exhale, you're going to sit back. So try to keep your right toes light. Instead of bringing your knee forward, stick your bum back. Hands can be in prayer. You can work your elbows in front of your shin. You can come towards a forward fold. Or if you want to fly your pigeon, your left hip feels open here. You can easily bring the hands down. Your shins push to the back of your arms. You can lean forward. You can extend the right leg back. Or you can keep that right knee pushing into your left leg. Breathe. Pick what works for you. If you have been flying your pigeon, take your time to come back. Bring your right foot back onto the mat. We're going to reverse how we came into the pose. So we're standing up slowly. Lift the left knee. Push your left leg back. Hinging from your right hip crease. Go ahead, bring your hands down. Take a moment here. We're going to try to lift the left leg a little higher. Bring your right hand to your right ankle. Try to lift the left leg up maybe a little bit more. Good. Find your breath. Squeeze that left glute. Try to lift the left leg. Beautiful. Hands come to the mat. We're just going to hop the right foot back like we've been doing. Left leg stays lifted. When you inhale next, come to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Bend your left knee. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, back to down dog. Left leg in the air. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Bring it between your hands. Come to your lunge again. Arms reach up. Exhale, bend your elbows as you connect your palms. Elbows point up. Push your head into the forearms. Allow your hips to melt. Beautiful. Take one more inhale. When you exhale, lean forward slowly. Ground into your left foot. Try to keep the hands. Float your right leg. The arms in this position will add a little more strain, a little more work to your core. When you inhale next, you can release the hands and start to stand up. Right knee bends. Right ankle on top of the left thigh. Watch your balance. Arms reach up. Good. You can stay here. You can move into a figure four chair. Remember, you want to keep your left toes light. Try to work your elbows in front of the shins. You can bring hands down towards the mat, or maybe if you have a block, if you want to work towards your arm balance, again, you're pushing your right shin into your upper arms, leaning forward. You're hooking your right foot outside your left arm. Maybe you extend the left leg back. Pick what works for you. And if you are flying your pigeon, you want to release your left foot down lightly. Reverse how we came into this pose. Slowly standing up. Lift your right knee. Send your right leg back slowly as you hinge forward like warrior three for a brief moment. Then we bring the hands down. Try to lift the right leg up a little higher. Maybe left hand holds the left ankle. Breathe. Good. Try to squeeze your right glute, right butt cheek. Try to lift the leg a little bit higher. So it's a lot of strength here as well as working on our flexibility. Beautiful. Take one more full breath here. And then a slow transition. Remember, your hops don't have to be anything crazy or you have a lot of hang time. But just trying to hop that left leg back lightly. Inhale to plank. Right leg stays lifted all the way if you can. Chaturanga. Bend the right knee. Inhale. Lift the chest. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Right leg is in the air. Step your right foot forward between the palms. Step your left foot forward between the palms. Inhale, halfway lift. Full forward. Stretch all the way up. Breathe in. And breathe out. Release your arms. All right, so legs stay together. You're going to inhale. Come back to chair pose. Bend your knees. Sweep your arms up. Good. Lift your heels. Slowly bring your bum down towards the heels, allowing it to rest this time. And then arms may be reaching forward to try to bring your heels downwards. Use the help of the hands if you need. I want you to slowly sit all the way down. Lean back, lift up your feet. So you're coming into your boat pose. Squeeze your legs. Point or flex your toes, but keep the legs together. All right? So take an inhale. When you exhale, lean back. Straighten the legs as you lean back. Chest, bring your low back on the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale slowly. Pull yourself up. So try not to jerk up or prop up really quickly. I want you to move slow and deliberate. So again, breathe in. Exhale, lean back as you straighten the legs forward. Come just to your low back. Try not to let any of your ribs or your shoulder blades touch the mat. Take another breath in. Exhale, pull up slowly. Do not use momentum. Don't pop up. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in. Exhale, lean back. Legs extend forward. Low back just hovering above the mat. Beautiful. Take another breath in. Super slow. Pull yourself up. Bend your knees. If you want, you can straighten your legs here for a moment. Take another inhale. Good. Exhale. Low boat. You're going to pause here. You're going to lift the right leg. Hold the back of your right thigh. Release your left leg down. Release your head down. All right. Take a moment here. Feeling the back of the right leg stretch, you can walk your hands up. Maybe towards the back of the knee, calf, ankle, heel, or grabbing the big toe. Take a few breaths here. So we're going to transfer that leg, that right leg, to just using the right hand to hold wherever you might be holding. That's fine. Your left hand is going to come onto your left thigh to push the left hip, left glute down. Good. Breathe in. Long breath out. Don't let your left hip or left butt cheek lift. Next time you inhale, you're just letting your right leg come out to the right side. Awesome. So again, it's easy to try to bring the right leg lower, and then in turn, we lift the left butt cheek off the mat. So keep the left hip down as you reach your right leg as far over to the right as you can. You can have a slight bend to the knee. If you're not holding, past your knee towards the calf or the ankle, that is fine as well. All right, next time you breathe in, slowly guide the right leg back up. Let's release the right hand. Let's lift the left leg up towards the ceiling. Arms will reach up to the ceiling as well. Squeeze your legs together. Breathe in. When you exhale, lift the head and the shoulder blades off the mat. Reach your arms forward. Take another inhale. When you exhale, reach your legs forward. Good. Breathe in. Maybe lift your ribs off the mat. Breathe out. Come back to your boat. Slow. Let's try to do all of these movements deliberately and without rushing. Let's take another inhale. Exhale, low boat, lean back. Have the legs hover, but don't bring your ribs onto the mat. Good. Breathe in. Exhale, slowly pull yourself up. Bend your knees. Good. Again, we're going to inhale. It's time to lean back. Breathe in. Exhale, pull yourself up slow. Try not to use momentum. I'm going to do that one more time. Breathe in and lean back. And when you breathe out, slowly pull yourself up, bending your knees. Good. This time we'll lean back, breathe. You're going to lift the left leg, hold the leg, release your right leg down, release your head down. Feeling the core relax for a moment. Walk the hands a little higher up the leg, maybe towards the heel, maybe grabbing the left big toe. Breathe. Notice the sensation in the back of your left leg. Remember, there's nothing wrong with having a bend in the left knee. Let your hamstring have some time to stretch open, especially maybe if your practice has been erratic, you're not getting as much time to get the stretches in, or even the strengthening. So just be patient with the body. Right hand is going to push the right hip, right thigh down. Keep it glued to the mat. When you inhale next, let the left leg go out to the left side. Breathe. And again, notice if you have a tendency to really try to bring the left leg over, you end up lifting your right glute off the mat. So keep it down. Keep your right shoulder blade down as well. You might feel the inner thigh, the left leg. You might still be feeling the hamstring. Next time you breathe in, slowly let the left leg come back up. Release. Right leg comes up to meet the left. Arms will reach up towards the ceiling. Breathe in, squeeze your legs together. Breathe out, lift the head and the shoulder blades. Reach your arms forward. When you inhale, lower the legs part way. When you exhale, lift the rest of your spine up. Come back to your boat. Squeeze the legs together. Good. Then from here, let's add a little bit of momentum. So you're going to rock. Now, some of us might not need the momentum, but I want you to try to come back to your chair pose. So use the help of the hands if you need. Feet are together. Come to your chair. I want you to just pause here for a moment, staying low in chair pose, but not so low where you're resting on your calves or your ankles. Stay here. Or if you want to come into crow briefly, you can lift your feet up as you place your hands down. You can bring your head onto the mat and lift into a tripod for a moment if you want. Pick what works for you. Might just be chair pose for now. which is totally fine. I want you to take another breath. Wherever you may be, I want you to find your vinyasa. So if your hands are not on the mat, bring it down. If you're in your crow, you might shoot your legs back. If you're in a tripod, you're able to transition from tripod to plank. Go for it. We'll meet in downward facing dog after a round of your vinyasa. So chaturanga to up dog. We'll find our downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breathe. All right, so from here, when you inhale next, I want you to come to plank pose. Exhale, slowly lift your hips back, downward facing dog. Again, breathe in, come to plank. Strong here. So left hand will stay. We're going to turn the toes to the right side. We'll lift the right arm up. Try not to sag into your left side body, but pull it up away from the ground. Now, the transition here can be a little tricky if you've never done it before. So take your time. The key is to move really slow. And if you've done this before, do it even slower. So I want you to lift your right leg up. For some of us, we might bend the right knee. Right hand's going to try to grab the ankle or the big toe. For some of us, we might be able to try to keep the leg straight and then reach for your right big toe. Good. Pause. Breathe. Keep your left arm feeling super strong. And as slow as you can you bring your right foot forward towards the right edge of your mat without dropping the foot. So super light as you place the heel down. Again, so you don't want to go bam. You want to control the transition, bringing your foot forward lightly at the right edge of your mat. Lift your back heel. Come into lizard for a moment. Walking your hands forward. Getting your chest, your face low towards the ground while keeping your right knee stacked over your right ankle. Feeling the stretch in your hips in this lizard pose. All right, so from here, we're going to walk the hands back in. Wiggle your right foot to the center of the mat so it's between the hands. Then we'll walk the hands over to the left side. You'll bend the left knee, straighten your right leg into Skandasana. Some of us will have our bum a little higher. Kind of the same thing. If you can come lower, it just means maybe left ankle, left heel allows you to come deeper into the pose. So both heels on the mat if possible. Take one more inhale. Listen carefully. We're going to turn towards the back of the mat. So you're going to bring your hands to the back, lift your hips, turn to your feet. So now all your toes face the back of the mat. Right heel is lifted. Right hand's going to stay. You're going to twist your left arm up towards the ceiling. So it's briefly into a twist first. Then you're going to bring your left hand down, grab the big toe or the ankle. We've just done this transition on the other leg, but now we're reversing it. Come to side plank, lifting your left leg up. Again, maybe the left knee is bent. That is fine. Good. I need you to breathe. Now from here, wild thing. So you're going to release the left hand, bend your left knee, really slowly bring it behind you, place your toes down, lift your chest up so that it faces the ceiling. Let your head drop back, left arm reaching, so the bicep might be by your left ear. Breathe in. When you exhale, I want you to sit down from here really slow. So start to bring your bum down. You're still balancing a right foot, right hand, both feet. Probably off your mat a little here, so you can wiggle back on. Left foot is next to your right thigh. Line up the left heel to your left sit bone. Wrap your right arm around your left leg. Left hand behind you. Twist. Twist to the knee that is bent, your left knee. If you have a bind, you can work towards a bind. You can work your right elbow outside your left thigh. Breathe. All right, from here, you're going to counter twist. Bring your hands over to the right side of your mat, probably off the mat onto the floor. You're staying here, turning the chest, grounding into your left foot. Or you can play around here, maybe doing a few chaturangas, leaning away from your body, bending the elbows, but try not to come super low. Or maybe coming to Kunayasana too. So you're bringing inner left thigh, pushing into your left upper arm. Lean forward, float the leg. You're going to have both legs pointing over to the side. You can send one leg back. Pick what works for you. Try to move slower than I did if you are sending the leg back. And you come back like nothing's happened. Left knee is still bent. Right leg is straight. All right. So from here, see if we can stand up. Grounding into the left foot. Pushing into the left leg. Kind of like a pistol squat. Right leg's going to go back. Hands start to come down. Right leg lifted. Again, left hand can hold the left ankle. Coming into your standing splits again. If you want to play around a little, go to a wall if you're not very confident in your hops yet, but trying to lift that left foot off the mat. And think about lifting your bum rather than trying to hop the foot with too much momentum. Take another breath here. And then we'll just go through a vinyasa. So you're going to hop, left foot back. You can do a regular vinyasa, or you can keep your right leg lifted like we did throughout our practice today. Choice is yours. We meet in downward facing dog. Good. Check in with your body, with your shoulders, your spine. We have one more side to do, and then that's it. All right, so when we inhale, I want you to just slowly come to plank first. Feel your shoulders, your wrists, especially. Exhale, come back to down dog. Good. Again, breathe in, come forward. This time, side plank with the left arm lifted, right hand stays. Let's not rush these transitions. So, start to float your left leg up slowly. Maybe bend the knee, grab the big toe or the ankle, or you're trying to reach for the left leg while it's straight. Good. Pause here in the side plank. Feel the work in the right side body, and pretty much the whole body is part of this pose. And as slow as you can, guide your left leg forward to the left edge of your mat. So you can come smoothly into your lizard. Might not be smooth if this is your first couple of tries doing this transition. I'm going to walk the hands forward for a moment. Try to allow your chest, your face to melt. Good. Try to keep your right knee lifted. Back leg super strong. Amazing. One more inhale. Exhale, walk your hands in. Wiggle your left foot between the hands. And then we walk the hands over to the right side. You'll bend the right knee, allow the left leg to straighten. Allowing the hips to come low as long as your right heel stays on the mat. There's a tendency to lift the heel. If that's you, lift the bum a little higher. Press the heel down first. And that way you get a stretch in where your body actually needs it. All right, so we're getting ready to face the back of our mat. Frame your right foot, lift the back heel. All toes now turned to face the back. Left hand will stay on the mat. Lift your right arm up into a brief twist. Remember, so again, we're transitioning back into a side plank. Do not rush. Watch your balance. Watch your left shoulder and wrist. Right hand can hold the big toe or the ankle. Pivot on the left foot. Super slow. The slower you can move, the better to lift that right leg up. Again, you can do it with the knee bent. Leg does not have to be straight. And then even slower transition into your wild thing. Release the right foot, bend the right knee, place the right toes behind you. Turn your hips, belly, chest to face the ceiling. Head can tilt back. Right bicep can be by the right ear. Lift your chest. And then super slow here as well. I want you to sit down. Right knee is bent, left leg is straight. You might wiggle back onto the mat. Line up the right heel to your right sit bone. Right hand behind you. Left arm can hug your right leg. You work towards a bind. You're going to bring your elbow outside the thigh. Look towards the space behind you. Breathe. So I'll face the front. Good. When you inhale next, counter twist. So you're twisting to your left. Stay here. Catch your breath perhaps. Or if you want to work a little bit in the arms, hands are about shoulder width. Lean away from your hips as you maybe do a few rounds of feel like chaturanga arms. Or you try to bring the inner right thigh to your upper right arm. Lean forward. Both legs might point in one side. Or you might try to slowly send your left leg back. And then slowly bring it forward and coming back like nothing happened. So you need, as always, because you're practicing at home, if you need more time to kind of play around with some of these arm balances, you can pause. All right, so we come back, right knee bent, left leg is straight, ground into the right foot. Use the help of the hands if you need. And try to stand up. Bring your left leg back. Hands come down. So again, your choice, maybe just getting into the hamstring, strengthening the left glute, your standing split. Or you might be playing around a little, trying to float that right leg up, maybe using a wall. Breathe. Pushing the floor away, regardless if your right foot lifted off the mat or not. And then from here, we're going to send the legs back, step, hop, or walk them back. One more vinyasa. And we'll find our way back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Slow your breath down. Bring your knees down onto the mat. Untuck the toes. Sit on your heels as you slide your hands back. Interlace the hands. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Puff your chest up. And from here, bring your hands over to your right hip and tilt your head over to the left. Tilt your head over to the right as well. Good. So stretching out the left side of your neck. Squeeze your elbows closer together behind you. And then head comes through center. Release the hands. You might interlace the other way. Then bring your hands over to the left hip. Tilt your head to the left. Feel a bit of a stretch in the right side of your neck. And then bring your head back through center. Unwind the arms. Good. Straighten out your legs. Shake it out. And we're going to lie all the way down for our Shavasana. If you want to take this a little longer, feel free to pause the video. And ideally, even if it's just a 30-minute practice, you want to have at least about a 5-minute Shavasana. If you can have it 10 or 15 minutes, just to kind of have this dividing pose of dividing the time that you spend on your mat, and then when you come off of it and go back to your life. And this allows the body to kind of let go as well as the mind. That starts to absorb the benefits of your practice. So hopefully you have paused the video and maybe taken a longer Shavasana. From here, we're going to come back. So just moving the body slowly, move the limbs, turn your head. You might stretch out the body if that feels nice. When you're ready, you can bend your knees. You can roll to one side or rock yourself up gently as we come back to a seated position. So your spine is neutral, shoulders are relaxed, close your eyes, just noticing the effects of your efforts. And we will close our practice with a sound of Om. Connect your palms in prayer, Anjali Mudra. Take a deep breath in. Om. Gently bow your head and always, always thank yourself for making time for your own practice. I thank you for practicing with me today. Hope you're able to find some peace, love, and gratitude on the mat. Take that with you and share it with everyone you interact with. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today, and hope you enjoyed the practice, enjoyed moving a little slower. I admit it probably could go even slower, but we're trying to fit everything into a shorter time. So if you have any questions, comments, please don't hesitate. Comment below, or you can send us a message. Find us on Instagram at Phair Yoga. And thank you so much for your support, your donations, and just even comments to tell us that you enjoyed the practice. Stay safe. Hope to see you soon.